Can a carbon credits ETF aid decarbonisation? Throughout history, companies that began manufacturing in the Industrial Revolution never have had to pay for the pollution they were emitting into the atmosphere from the burning of hydrocarbons. 200 years later, the environmental impact of manufacturing has come to the forefront of economic thought, and carbon capture and carbon credits are allowing major corporations to rethink their ESG strategies. Ethical investing is also becoming more important for those wanting to see their money grow by supporting organisations that have climate-friendly and environmentally focused projects in development. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm Sage for kalkinemedia. Historically, because these projects involve long phases of research and development, investing in green energy and the biotech stocks have been seen as a long-term value investment, with the Greens having the most successful election in the history of Australian politics and the rise of the teal movement proving one thing, that Australians are looking to the future of the world for their families, and concerns about climate are outweighing most other priorities. Investopedia reports that the global investment into ETFs, or exchange-traded funds, grew exponentially in 2021, reaching close to $1 trillion for the first time. Van Eek, in coming weeks, subject to regulatory approval, could launch Australia's first ETF for carbon credits. The aim is to deter corporations from producing excessive pollutants into the atmosphere through a carbon tax. At present, companies gain permits that allows a limited amount of carbon emissions or greenhouse gases. Those are called carbon credits. The Van Eek Global Carbon Credits ETF is set to track credit prices from the EU Emissions Trading Scheme, the ICE Global Future Index, the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative, the Western Climate Initiative, as well as the UK Emissions Trading Scheme. Arian Nairon is the Managing Director at Van Eek Asia Pacific. He told the Financial Review that although most investors who contribute to this ETF may be ethically motivated by their environmental concerns, it should also provide a financial return over time, as nations and companies committed to net zero by 2050 continue to cut emissions, pushing up the price of carbon. At present, although there is a low correlation evident between carbon credit futures and other traditional asset classes, there is a chance that the Van Eek Global Carbon Credits ETF could be a worthwhile inflation hedge as well. Already this year, up to April, $306 billion was traded in carbon credits. Australia's carbon credit market is dynamic and open to political rhetoric, with the Australian Clean Energy Regulator's carbon credit price crashing on the back of the Morrison government's plans to make carbon emissions from oil and gas producers cheaper earlier this year. Mr Nairon from Van Eek was also quoted by the Financial Review saying, "Australia currently doesn't have a carbon emissions trading scheme, and none of the main political parties has said ahead of the federal election that they intend to introduce one now or in the future, despite the urgency to cut carbon emissions." By investors opting in to the Global Carbon Credits ETF, they are indirectly offering an incentive for major polluters to rethink their strategies. In 2021, the total investment into the carbon credit market futures instruments reached close to $684 billion. There is a chance that this year's investment could supersede last year's total if the outcome of the Australian election recently is anything to go by. Over the weekend, we saw the Greens political party gain more seats than ever historically, especially in flood-ravaged Queensland. And the force of the Climate 200 is being felt with the rise of the teal movement of independents, who relied on their strong climate action platforms to win the seats in the Senate. Thanks for watching. Now, if you like this information, please like, share, comment on the video below, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. You'll be notified of the most recent videos by Kalkine. For more articles, head to the website. It's kalkinemedia.com, and my name is Sage for kalkinemedia.